Ladies! This is Bob Hickman. It is so rocking to be with you. Well, guys, I have to tell you, I'm sorry I didn't get out a video on Monday. Psychic Bob's been crazy. So many calls and letters are coming in for readings. So I ended up working all day yesterday. I didn't have time to get a video out. But not to worry, Psychic Bob hasn't forgotten you. It's Tuesday, and you know that means time for messages from the spirit world. So I'm so glad you're here. If you're just tuning in, you also might want to check out my video from Sunday. I did a wonderful video on Vesta worship. I show how to set up an altar to Vesta and do some rituals to her. And if you're looking for a domestic goddess, a hearth goddess, you might want to see that video on Vesta. A lot of people really enjoyed it, and I had a great time making it. Well, here we are. It's Tuesday, and this means messages from the spirit world. Now, for those of you who are new here, we've had a lot of new people. I want to say welcome to all of you. This video, every week, I answer for free psychic questions from viewers. It's little mini readings that I do, and there is no charge for this. Some people are asking, how much does it cost? Nothing. Absolutely free. My gift to the YouTube community. I am a full-time professional psychic. In fact, today I'm here at my office, if you're wondering where I am. And this is where I do readings from. And if you want to get on my private schedule, you can call my office at 571-483-2112, and we'll get you on the schedule for private readings. I am filling up quickly, so if you want to get in, definitely reach out to me. You can also reach me via email at readings@robert-hickman.com. I'll put links below. Anyways, I'd sure love to hear from you. Anyways, as I said, though, for this show, for messages from the spirit world, this does not cost anything. And I also like to say, for people who are new here, even if your letter doesn't get answered right now, don't panic. I want everybody to listen to all the letters, because many times spirit will work through somebody else's letter to reach you. I've had many people say, Psychic Bob, I was watching and I felt like spirit came through you and reached me through somebody else's letter. So all the letters are valuable, even if your letter doesn't get answered. So just be open, come to this video with an open heart, say maybe I'll receive something today. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Well, before we get into everything, let's all take a moment and attune to the spirit world. Okay. My spirit guide Fletcher is back here. He sends his greetings. All right, our first letter today is from N. Rose. And N. Rose writes and says, Hi, Bob. Why do I keep having dreams about a guy I have never met? Hi, N. Rose. What this is the man that you're seeing in your dreams is actually somebody from a former life. I believe this was somebody that you were deeply in love with. And I feel that they, you also knew them in the pre-life before this life. So they're in the spirit world. I don't pick them up as coming into this life, but I feel that they're on the other side waiting for you. When you go back to spirit someday, you're going to have all these people that you meet. I can tell you I've experienced this. And these are people that you've known in other lives, as well as just people from the spirit world. See, when we come here, we forget them. But I do feel like this person is serving as a guide for you. And I do feel that they have a real deep heart and soul connection. So this is why in these dreams, it seems so familiar. You feel like they're talking to you, and yet you'd never met them. You actually have met them, but again, it was from the spirit world, okay? And so when you're in that dream state, you're reconnecting back. Okay, hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Trixs Malone. Hi, Trixs. She writes, Wow, Bob, this channel is a blessing. Thank you for your genuine sharing. Hi, Trixs. Well, that's very kind of you. I thought you had a question. I don't see a question, but I have to tell you, when I open up your letter here, I keep getting a lot of energy around you. You've got a lot of protection energy around you. And I keep hearing somebody talking. This is Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael's asking me to tell you that he's working with you as a guy. He's a protector now. And it looks like in your life you've been going through some emotional turbulence here. And Archangel Michael's saying, he said, don't be afraid. you're protected, you're blessed. He's asking you to remember to pray. Call upon him, call upon your higher power, however you define that, God, goddess, but invite my Archangel Michael closer to work with you. The angels have to be given permission to be part of our lives. So, you want to say, Archangel Michael, I give you permission to be part of my life, and you'll start to get a better connection with him, okay? But you're in a place of safety, and he's helping to keep you out of harm's way, okay? All right, dear. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Ruby Loves. And Ruby writes, hello, Bob. Do my guides have any messages, and what are their names? Hi, Ruby. I keep getting around you. You got a few different people. One of them is actually a Native American spirit guide, very famous Indian. His name is Silver Birch. Silver Birch channeled through some mediums back in the 1920s and 30s. He works with a lot of people, but he's around you right now. And I keep hearing him say, we want her to speak from the heart and write from the heart. So it looks like you're crossing into a period here where you're starting having a lot of creativity and a real need for self-expression. So I want you to work with Silver Birch. He's around you, okay? I also get another name around you. It's an L name. I want to call it like Linda. And Linda is also a spirit guide. She's dressed in like 1950s clothing. And I believe that you've had a past life in the 1950s. But her name is Linda, and she says, I'm taking her shopping. We're going downtown. And I get the sense that Linda's coming into your life to help bring you out of your shell, and she's helping you to become more integrated into life. I get a sense that she's helping you become more social, and I do see around you more social activities in the coming weeks and coming months. So, if you feel a little shy or you get an invitation to a party and you're saying, well, I don't know, should I go? Just say, Linda, come on, we're going to a party, okay? So that's who are some of the spirit people around you. Hope that helps. Thank you for writing. All right. Our next letter is Laura M. And Laura M. writes, hi, Bob. Can you please tell me what you think happened to me and this guy I was intimate with? Will this be the start of a relationship? Should I invest my energy into it? Hon, I have to tell you, I do feel there's something here. When I step into both of your vibrations, I get pink light. Pink light means that there's a real heart-to-heart connection there. So even though it may have turned physical a little quicker than you planned, I think that there's a real heart bond forming there. So I do feel I want you to invest time in this, get to know this guy. Sometimes when things escalate quickly, it gets a little awkward at first because we think, oh, wow, all that happened. But you know what? Sometimes it just goes that way. And I feel that there is true compassion and passion and caring on his part as well. So I'm going to say be open to it. I do feel like I want you to take time and invest in this, okay? I see it going forward. And I keep feeling like by the end of November here, I really feel like you guys are really saying, okay, we're definitely a team. We're a committed couple. So I do see it going forward, okay? Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is, we got a lot of letters today, Jeffrey Richard. And Jeffrey writes, says, hi, Bob. Life has been intense lately, and it hasn't always been happy. But as of late, I feel like I am just soaring and feeling really good. Where am I heading? In which direction is my future taking me? Any insights about the track I am on? Hi, Jeffrey. Well, I have to tell you, when I go into your vibration, I'm getting beautiful, luminous glow around you. You got a lot of power going on here. And I do feel like you are opening emotionally. I get a beautiful white light and a lot of blue here and a lot of orange. This means that you're opening socially. And I do feel like you are on track with your, with your soul. I see new friendships entering your life here also. I feel like you have friends at a distance, but I'm getting people locally. I feel like you're coming kind of out of your shell and going to start mixing and mingling. I also get a relationship around you here. And I don't know if you're with somebody now, but I really get a vibration as we get into December of a new start in the romantic area. And I feel around that time, you're going to be meeting somebody that's very special. I keep seeing this connection through a spiritual group. It may either be a meditation group or like a church group. And I get the letter J around it, okay? So it could be the name Jay or Jane or, Joey or Jay, something with a J. But I pick up around this. Very nice, very easygoing. But it looks like December is where you start into experiencing a more stable, committed, and loving relationship. Okay. Thanks for writing. Keep going. You're on the right path. Okay. Our next letter is Michael Glenn Videos. That's a nice name. Psychic Bob, thank you for your wonderful positivity and peaceful nature. Thank you, Michael. That's very kind of you. Can you tell me what my blockages are? Yeah, hold on. I'm just going to scan through your energy here. You know what I'm getting? You've been having two different levels of blockages. I'm getting a little bit of blockage here in the emotional area, in the heart chakra. It's almost like, and I don't say this to be critical, but I feel like you're afraid to let your true emotion out. I kind of get a reserve here around you. I also feel that you're being a little blocked in the financial area lately as well. But not to worry. I really feel like once we get into the new year in January, I see a lot of shift here in the vibration around you. This is where you have a lot of gold light around you. Gold light is literally the light, means you're being noticed. You're shining. People are drawn to you. And I want to say for now, I'd like you to focus on working with your heart chakra. I'd like you to get the gemstone rose quartz. I feel this will help bring some emotional healing to you. And even if you think you don't need emotional healing, I feel like this is all for the good, because rose quartz also attracts people into your life. But I think that at a deeper level, there are some things that you want to kind of release, some fears, some insecurities. And I feel as you work with rose quartz, that releases that. And it makes your heart chakra more bright and open, and you draw people to you, okay? As I said, in terms of the money, it looks like it's around January. I keep feeling like there's some people that want to mix with you. It's like they're offering business opportunities. So I get the sense that in the new year, you're partnering with people. So be open to business partnerships around that time. That shows from like 2017, January 2017 going forward, money's much freer around you. Okay? Hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Amy L. Hi, Amy L. Amy writes, Dear Bob, I've been getting very strong feelings of anxiety lately. I've never had anxiety before, and I'm wondering what is causing this. It's really affecting my daily life. Hi, Amy. Hon, I'm so sorry you're going through that. But take note, it's always darkest before the dawn. And what this anxiety is about is that your body's nervous system, I keep seeing around you as I'm looking into your frequency here, I'm seeing like columns of purple and white light with sparks coming off of it. What this means is that you're actually opening psychically, and that power is coming up and down through you. Your body's nervous system is being a little overstimulated. And I get a lot of purple around you, which tells me that there's a lot of psychic gifts that you're stepping into your psychic self in a greater way. Okay, now you know you've always been psychic, but it's really like escalating now. I want you to be careful. Please try to avoid wearing, for right now, not forever, but just for the next month or two, I don't want you to wear any amethyst gemstones. And even don't wear silver. Now, I love silver, But in your case, wearing silver is making you overly sensitive. I think you're naturally an intuitive, you're naturally psychically sensitive, but that metal and that gemstone, they tend to increase that. And for people who are already sensitive, it can actually be too much stimulation. I want you also to work on establishing a daily meditation regime. I feel like you got to kind of come down at the end of your day. And so I want you to practice when you get home from work in the evening, just slow, rhythmic breathing. You don't have to do any big fancy ritual. Just breathe deep, hold it for a second, breathe out. If you do that just and make it at the same time every day, that's going to start to lower that tension, okay? But your body does show hyperactive. It's like your nervous system's hyperactive. It's in overdrive. I would also suggest that you get the gemstone hematite. This is a stone to ground down your energy because I feel like you're feeling very etheric. So that anxiety is also that your psychic senses are so heightened, you're not feeling grounded. Hematite will ground you down, okay? So that's what I would recommend. If you're going to have any gemstone around you, hematite's the one you need. I wouldn't use clear quartz even. I wouldn't use rubies. I wouldn't use anything. Wouldn't use amethyst. Avoid silver. In fact, you might even for a little while want to totally go without jewelry because I feel like even gold is a little more grounding than silver, but in your case, I think even that would be overstimulated. So try to go without jewelry, or if you do wear jewelry, wear something that's synthetic, like Bakelite or, plastic, bone, things like that, ceramic jewelry, but don't wear metals right now, okay? But I think that's going to ground down your energy. And I know that it's very hard, but if you start with that, I think that's going to help get you some balance, okay? Hope that helps. Well, guys, listen, Psychic Bob has a full day of readings and phone calls and stuff. By the way, just want to let you know, make sure to if you haven't, go over to etwhisperer.com. I'll put the link below. They have a link there to the channel panel where you can purchase tickets. I'll be appearing this upcoming Sunday on the channel panel. I'm going to be doing a full hour of live trance channeling, and it's a whole day event. We're going to have, I think, 12 or 14 channels. So it's going to be all day Saturday, all day Sunday. And I'm going to be appearing on Sunday evening. I think it's 5 o'clock. So, if you want to be in on See Me Live, you can buy tickets to that event over at etwhisperer.com. Again, I'll put the link below, but it's $55 for tickets, and it's an entry pass for 2 full days. It's through the computer, so you don't have to go anywhere, but you can log in. Once you get your admittance code, you can log in, and you got full access to 2 days of channels. So I think you're going to really love it. Rob and Katrina Gauthier are hosting it. They're wonderful. They're both mediums and channels. And many of you remember Brad Johnson, who I was on his show last week. He's going to be channeling. So we're going to have a really great group. And I hope that you'll come out and purchase tickets for it. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to get off here. I got to go to readings. I love you all. Blessings. And of course, next week we'll have another Messages from the Spirit World.